Hello, it's your boy Davidoff. So if you have been following the channel recently, my laptop broke, got it fixed. My camera broke before that, and I got a new one. The insurance paid off the money in a gift card and for Amazon, and yeah, Amazon Insurance, they're elite. They're elite, to be fair. But yeah, I got a new camera, the same camera. I bought the same camera because I know how to use it. It's a great camera, so why not just buy the same one? And here I am with my new camera. But this week my new phone broke. My new phone had it 2 years, had it over 2 years, but it broke. Yeah, it broke in an embarrassing way. It wasn't the phone's fault. I did something and it broke. So yeah, it's very embarrassing. Not gonna say what happened, but it's pretty embarrassing. A few people know. There's like one person in particular watching my videos, Jord. I think he would know. Please don't comment down below what happens, Jord, or Harry if you watch as well. But I've told like 2 people, and they both watch this channel, like at least some videos anyway. Don't know if they watch this. They usually watch my streams and stuff. But anyway, so I called up the insurance. I'm insured for my phone, iPad and PS4 all in one bundle for the same company. I called that company and they accepted the claim straight away. Had to pay a small excess fee, which is fine. Then I had to give it. They sent me a label, emailed me a label. I got a printer now, so I can just print it off straight away. And I gave it to DPD. That's their delivery company. There's a DPD pickup thing. They have bases around different shops. You can just go to one of them. The closest one to me is Matalan. Going to Matalan, and there's a DPD pickup near the till. So yeah, I just went there, gave in my package, and yeah, I have to wait at least 5 working days apparently. So that's annoying. And they said they'll text me as well, but I got no phone. I got my SIM though, so I get a cheap phone, and I'll get that sorted. I don't need Android. I can use my iPad for apps and stuff. Just need some cheap phone somewhere. I live near CEX and Asda, so they should have something, at least. Probably something for like 30 quid, probably. Yeah, there's probably something there, like a flip phone or something. Imagine doing a flip phone in 2018. Anyway, I am going to see Aquaman with my granddad. I am very excited for this movie. Like, really excited. It's the trailers. The trailers really got me. Like, the visuals and the music. The music gave me chills in a way. And yeah, I've been looking forward to this. Also, not just because of the trailers, but also because it's Aquaman. He seems cool. Like, I saw him in Justice League. It wasn't a good movie, but he seemed pretty cool. And I thought, yeah, looking forward to the solo movie because he seems like a cool guy. He seems like could be good Aquaman. So I'm excited because, and I also think like it brings something different to the superhero category, because obviously we had a lot of superhero movies since 2008, a lot of them from like 4 different companies, but I still feel like this one will feel different to the rest, just because of the aspect of the underwater stuff. Like we haven't seen that before. Like we sort of seen water combat, have we? I'm pretty sure we have at some point in a superhero movie, but we haven't seen a water-based underwater superhero, and I think it's going to be cool to see that new aspect brought in to superheroes. So, wait, what? Brought into superheroes? Brought into the genre of on-screen movies. There's probably been a Aquaman movie, a really bad one in the past. I'm pretty sure there was actually. But in terms of the big screen, this is going to bring something different for me. Like, it's going to be interesting to see an underwater world, an underwater-based superhero, and also like he gets to use he fights with fish. Not like normal fish, but flipping sea monsters. And it's going to be interesting. I've seen a few TV spots and there's some pretty big sea monsters in there. So I'm looking forward to it. And there's going to be people riding sharks. Imagine riding a shark. Don't try that at home. You can't try that at home anyway. But you wouldn't try it in real life, but still. In a movie, it just sounds really cool. It just sounds really cool. So yeah, and there's probably, well, aren't there crocodiles? Are they not deep water animals, are they? Probably there's probably a mosasaur in there somewhere. I don't know, okay? I'm looking forward to seeing sea creatures and Aquaman controlling them and Aquaman's brother, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. I'm excited. I think quite a lot of people won't be excited just because it's a DCEU movie and they don't like the DCEU. To be fair though, their solo movies have been good. Man of Steel was good, Wonder Woman was really good, and yeah, the ones they've been getting wrong are the team-up ones. Suicide Squad, Justice League, those are the worst ones. So, judging by that, this should be good as well, because it's a solo movie. They're better at those, and they got James Wan, he's a good director, so yeah, I'm excited, very excited, because it brings something different, and because of the visuals from the trailers and the music, it just seems like it's going to be good. Although I never go into the movie expecting it to be good. I never go in expecting it to be good or bad. I just go in with hope that it'll be good. I always go into, like, most movies wanting it to be good, including this one. Like, apart from, like, true stories, if it's like a true story, like a tragic story or a disaster movie, then I'm there to see what happens, not for it to be enjoyable. Or if it's a horror movie, I expect to be scared. Apart from that, every other movie, I always go in hoping for it to be good. So yeah, I hope this one is good, and have a good feeling about it. But yeah, expectations always in the middle for me though. Never go in thinking it'll be good or bad. I just go in thinking, yeah, just gonna be neutral, just gonna go in, but I do hope it's good. That's my attitude basically for, like, every movie, pretty much. So yeah, I think I'll like this. At least I think I will. Granddad should do. Granddad likes anything with action, so anything with action he will enjoy anyway. So yeah, I'm pretty sure he'll enjoy this as well. So yeah, when he gets here, we will leave around an hour before the movie starts. So I'm almost back home now, seeing the movie. My granddad's meant to be in this vlog, but he's not, because well, I didn't get the camera out until after the cinema, and by that time he was gone. I stayed for the credits just in case there was another scene. I usually check on the internet, but no, I don't have a phone enough to check if there's another scene. So stayed till the end. There was no other scene. There was a scene, credit scene, but not after the credits. There was a mid-credit scene. But yeah, my granddad left at the mid-credit scene, and he says he's going to the toilets. I watched the rest of the credits, came back out, he was gone. Went to the bus stop, he was there. I was like, bye then, I'll take the train. So yeah, he's not in this vlog. So that's a bit awkward. Looking for phones. 12 quid that one. Didn't buy a phone. I'm going home just to check, ask my mom if she has a spare one, like an old one, because she had quite a few in the past. So I'm gonna check that first. Then if she doesn't have any, then I'll buy one. I'll buy a cheap one, like a £10 one, because that's all I need. I need to call. I need to just call and text, just in case I get called by the insurance to collect my phone. So I need it for that. But I'm stingy, because I don't want to spend like even a 10 on a phone if my mom's got one anyway. So yeah, nearly home. Alright, so I got back home eventually. Annoying thing happened, there's a lift not working right. It's not been working all week, and it's been really annoying. It's been like 3 or 4 days at least, probably more than that, where it's just been one lift. I live in a big flat, there's like 25 floors, a lot of homes, a lot of people live here, and they can't keep 2 working lifts. We had old lifts which had some issues, so they built new ones, spent a year making them. They're even worse than the last ones. Might as well have just kept the last ones. Saves them money, saves us stress, because those ones fix quicker as well. So yeah, that's frustrating, because at one point, because it was rush hour, so at one point we had like 10-15 people waiting outside for the lift, and when we got in, it was out of service because there was too much weight on it. So half of us had to get off, like literally half of us in the lift had to get off. Then it started working again, went up, and came back down like 10 minutes later. By that time there was like 20-25 people, so that was stressful. I got in the second time though. But yeah, there was like 2 delivery guys for Just Eat, guy at McDonald's, I think from Uber Eats, and there was a woman with a cooker in her hand, a big box, school kids getting home. It was just so frustrating. But anyway, that's for Aquaman, my review. It was a good movie. I enjoyed it. I liked the visuals. The visuals were amazing throughout, just like the whole movie. It looks beautiful. It just looked brilliant. And Atlantis especially, the whole underwater city, it looked awesome. It looked awesome to look at, and yeah, there was a lot of cool things to look at. It was aesthetically pleasing. I think that's the right term for it. I like the characters. Perfect casting, I feel, all round really. I think it went well. There were a couple scenes though towards the end, towards the climax of the movie. There was a couple scenes that went too quickly. I felt they could have spent a bit less on some scenes before and a bit more on the later scenes, because the scenes before, they felt like fulfilling, but some may have been a little bit too long. Not really, actually no, not really. Just towards the end, there were some scenes that I felt could have been longer, just the way it went. It still made sense, everything was still fine, it didn't feel rushed or anything like that. I just felt like it could have been longer towards the end. But yeah, it was still good. It was still good. It went by really quick. Like, I don't know how long this movie was. It was at least 2 hours, 2 hours 20 probably, around there. It didn't feel like that. It felt like less than an hour. It just flew by. It was brilliant. And the whole Black Manta thing, he's an extra character in this. He didn't need to be in there, to be honest. He didn't need to be in there. Like, the plot didn't need Black Manta in this movie. The main villain was Orm. It was mainly about Aquaman against Orm for the throne of Atlantis. Black Manta was sort of like a side story in a way. He still played into the main story, but he wasn't really needed. He really wasn't needed. Having said that, he was cool, and he was set up really well. So I'm looking forward to seeing him in the sequel. I think he'll be in the sequel. So perfect villain, I feel. I feel they set him up really well in this movie. Like the way they set up in general. Like they set up how he gets his suit, why he hates Aquaman. They set that all up in this movie, and I think it's a good setup. But having said that, didn't need to be in there, but still, he was really cool. He was really cool. So I'm looking forward to seeing him more in future movies. Maybe Justice League 2. Maybe he's in the Legion of Doom, which I think they will do. So yeah, it should be good. Or Aquaman 2. Whatever one it comes in, he should be a great villain to come, because I was impressed by him. But yeah, we didn't really need him, to be fair, but still, he was good. Yeah, characters in general, just really good. Storyline was decent. Had some similarities to Wonder Woman, actually. Basically how it's a different world, and how, well, Diana wasn't an outsider, to be fair. Aquaman is. But I mean, like, the way Wonder Woman starts, there's narration. Gal Gadot is doing a narration of her story, of her parents' story. It's the same thing with Aquaman. It starts off with him narrating it, and it ends that way as well. It ends with him narrating it as well. I think Wonder Woman ended that way as well. So it had those similarities, narration-wise, and I think it just told the story really well. And by the way, for the action scenes, most of them, most of them were really cool. Most of them were really cool. The thing I love the most, though, is not the action itself. It's the camera work. The camera work in this movie for the fight scenes is really good. Like the way they just twist it around, it was brilliant. It's hard to explain without spoiling it, but the way they did the camera angles during fight scenes, especially at the start as well, it was really cool, like really awesome. The way they like twisted things around. I don't know how to say anything beyond that, but yeah, it was cool. By the way, there was one thing at the start. I can't spoil it, but Aquaman is supposed to lift something. He has a choice to lift this thing or not. Pretty much every hero would lift it, but he doesn't. I like that. I like that twist. I like how he's like, okay, cool. He's not like a conventional hero who would do this thing. He's like, no, I don't need to do that. I'll just leave. And I think it's hard to explain it properly without spoiling it. But there's a non-spoiler review. But yeah, great characters, good story, visuals fantastic, camera work was great. Yeah, it was just a really good looking film and a well told story. So yeah, it wasn't. I don't think it was the best DCU movie. It wasn't as good as Wonder Woman for me. But I did like it. I like the villain as well. I like how the in the last few movies, like BVS had Doomsday, Wonder Woman had Ares, Justice League has Steppenwolf, big, fiery, dark villains. This guy, he was just, well, he's Atlantean, but he was a guy, like Aquaman was, and I think that was cool. He made it more grounded, I guess. That's not really the right term since we're underground in the water. I don't know. It just seemed more. It just seemed better to me. I do like bigger villains though. I loved Thanos. I'm looking forward to Darkseid. I assume they'll do Darkseid. I hope so at some point. But I also like the smaller villains as well. You know, like Killmonger or the Joker. You know, just smaller villains. They're awesome too. And this guy was pretty good. He was pretty good, and it was an awesome storyline. So yeah, I'm gonna give it 8 out of 10. I'm not giving it a 9 or I give nothing a 10. I give nothing a 10. Not giving it a 9 because I only give 9s to like the best movies. This was good. This was really good, but I wouldn't put it amongst the best. It was still good though. So yeah, 8 out of 10. Solid, good rating, good movie, and I recommend. If you want to see it, wait, what? What am I saying? If you want to see it, watch it. You don't need to see other DCU movies to understand this. They reference another movie once, but you don't need to get the reference. Apart from that, it's a standalone story. It fits on its own. So yeah, you don't need to see any previous movie to understand this. That's what I'm saying. So because that's one of the problems with franchise movies. Like some movies, you have to see other movies before you see that to understand it better. Like Infinity War, for example. Obviously, that's much bigger scale, but you get what I mean. This movie is very much standalone. Anyway, yeah, end of this vlog, which was mostly inside. It was meant to be more outside, but my granddad just left. But yeah, this is your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, and see ya.